Rusty Quill presents.
Push the Roll with Ross Bryant is intended for mature listeners only. Check the show notes for content warnings and please listen with care. Want to get involved? Back us on Patreon and submit your ideas for our improvised games. Your suggestion just might inspire our next Call of Cthulhu adventure. Join today at patreon.com/pushtheroll.
We see you, the one behind the camera, making sure the moments that matter get remembered. Shutterfly turns your memories into something that lasts, like photo books that tell your travel stories, photo blankets that feature your favorite cuddle buddies, or a canvas print that brings you back to the moment you said, I do. Big moments or everyday ones, Shutterfly makes it easy to keep them close.
Make something that means something. Shutterfly.
I'm Jake Stout, co-founder and CEO of Serval. We built Serval to automate the IT work that slows companies down. Onboarding, password resets, access to applications, my laptop stopped working. While employees wait for help, their real work is put on hold. IT desperately wants to automate this work, and that's why they need Serval. You just tell Serval what you want to automate in plain English, and it's built. No drag and drop workflows, no expensive consultants. Employees get unblocked, and IT teams go from drowning in tickets to building what actually matters. With Serval, IT becomes the AI engine powering the entire company. This is a new way to run IT. We guarantee you'll automate 50% of all tickets, and we'll prove it to you in a free 4-week pilot. Go to serval.com/acast. That's serval.com/acast.
Summer starts here at your Toyota dealer with great deals for a limited time on your favorite cars, like sporty new Camrys and stylish Corollas. Visit Toyota.com to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Pros, save more on the materials you need to get the job done inside and out at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
There's a feeling a lot of homeowners share right now. Mortgage, always on time, lots of equity. On paper, you're doing fine, but then the insurance bill lands. Property taxes, health care, child care, tuition. The math just isn't mathing. Unlock wants to talk about the squeeze American homeowners are feeling and what you can do about it. Start at unlock.com/equity. Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc., NMLS 2657081.
Do you keep hearing podcast ads, like this one, for example, but always wonder how you actually get involved with them for your own brand or organization? Well, it's easier than you think. We're Acast, and we give you the platform to do it all yourself. Browse thousands of popular podcasts, choose the shows that match your perfect audience, set your budget, and launch. And if you want a hand, our podcast specialists are there to help you launch with confidence. This is podcast advertising without barriers. Get started at acast.com/advertise.
You take the horn out of Rita's hand as she's asking for Constantine to answer her. You press it to your ear, and you hear that same static thrum. It sounds like wind rushing down a tunnel. And as you listen, hearing nothing but this misty, inchoate static, you get lucky and you hear something.
Turn back. Do not follow. I am in hell. Do not follow.
No, thank you.
Congratulations, it's your lucky day.
Yeah. Can we get a sanity roll off you, Frank Calhoun?
Yeah. So I'm trying to get under this 65, right?
That's right.
Don't do me dirty. That's a 97. That's doing me dirty.
Oh no.
A little dirty.
Hey, at least it's not a fumble.
You have failed your sanity roll. You know what? A crank call is a crank call, and this is just creepy. It's just 1 point of sanity loss. Unsettling. You still lose some sanity, which always is attended by an involuntary reaction of some kind. How do you think this makes you react in an involuntary way?
I think I'm just gonna jump back from the phone and drop the horn and stumble back and goodness gracious.
What happened, Mr. Calhoun?
Must be some pranksters or some kind of pranksters.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, what'd they say?
They was playing around. They were saying they were in hell. They said they can't be saved.
We have to go. That could be Constantine in trouble. Mister, please.
Well, if it wasn't a prank call and it was Constantine said he can't be saved and he was in hell.
If you loved someone, would you not do everything you could to save them even if they told you it wasn't possible?
That's true.
But that's it. Yeah, no, we gotta go. We gotta go do it. We gotta go do it, Frank.
Yeah, you're right. And then I hold up the calling card and go, then I guess we're headed here.
Thank you.
To hell, then.
To hell.
And back.
And back, yes.
Yes.
The cosmos is a cyclopean infinity of chaos. Infinite branching paths stretching off to vistas in the distance that will drive the mind mad. Shall we shrink in the face of all this? Or will we climb aboard the chaos and ride it to the end, letting chance guide the way? This is Push the Roll. We're rolling dice against your Patreon suggestions to create improvised Call of Cthulhu adventures in real time, with themes of eldritch horror, the weird, the transhuman, the transmundane, the cyberpunk, the splatterpunk, the anything punk. We don't know until we roll. Anytime, any place, anything can happen when you push the roll. It was probably just a prank. It was definitely just a prank. It certainly wasn't someone on the other end telling you a secret.
He looks at the floor. But before we go buying tickets, Mrs. St. Clair, this house got a basement?
Yes, of course there's a basement.
Yeah, I figured. You know, I've shot enough rooms after the cops were done pretending they knew what the hell was going on, that I know men keep the nice lies upstairs. The ugly ones go where the guests don't. Now, I'm not saying your husband's got bodies buried under the house.
Bodies?
Look, no offense, Mrs. St. Clair. If I find canned peaches and Christmas lights, I'll apologize to everybody.
Why, never. I certainly don't think that Constantine would have bodies anywhere. I don't know. I don't think. Oh.
Francois, why don't you come with me?
Yeah, I'll get down and I'll come to the basement with you. Yes, it was a lot of work. You know, you've been on enough investigations that ended where they started. You learned to just be thorough.
Of course.
Hey, Stabby, start the car.
I'll get things warmed up.
Armed with the information that you have, you move out of the office. You got your calling card, your information, the phone call. This odd bit of poetry, perhaps revolving in your ear. You go down that sweeping, broad staircase, and towards the back of the manse, yes, there is a door there in the wall that leads to a staircase leading down to a basement.
I think there was just something about Frank saying hell that made him think, go to the basement. So I think cautiously, right, Frank? Cautiously creak the door open and head down the stairs. Frank, stay close, but don't crowd me.
You creak open the door, and it's totally dark. You step down onto the first stair. You can feel that the stairs are wooden. They're a little bit older than some of the stuff you see in this house. There's clearly no backing on them. You have that odd sensation that if someone wanted to, they could reach right through the back and grab your ankle. You step down, and then you feel brushing against your face a pull chain.
Single bear bulb?
That's right.
He pulls the chain.
Yeah, it swings slightly, and you can see the shadows on the floor kind of oscillate from side to side as your silhouette pours down the stairs.
You seeing anything, Francois? Is Rita tailing us? Rita feels like the type of person who'd be tailing us.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks what Rita actually does in this moment is go to Reader, Stabby, and say, while they're there, maybe we go on to this address on the calling card.
You mean,
surely we can get more done if we're all doing something different.
You mean leave him behind?
We'll let them do this. We'll come back after we've seen what's at this location.
Well, I mean, that is one idea, but splitting up ain't always the smartest. I've seen some things on these streets that lead me to believe that I don't want to be out without my partners.
Okay, that's fine then.
But for the right price, I'll leave their asses.
Oh, I'll open up my purse and say, name it. Let's go. I don't want to wait anymore.
Name it? Jackson?
And I pull out cash and I hand it over.
All right.
So you're taking the cab and bouncing.
So we'll go to the address on the calling card.
All right, great.
Yep.
Just see Francois and Leon like disappearing down this staircase as this conversation is taking place in hushed tones, and your footsteps echoing across the floor as the door shuts behind you, and you can see headlights turn on outside as our party kind of bifurcates. And Leon and Francois go down into the dark, into the basement. If the house is ahead, then the basement, perhaps, it's subconscious.
Wow.
In the subterranean level of the manse of the St. Clairs, you descend, Leon. Francois Calhoun right behind you. I don't think you hear the crunch of gravel outside as Reader James's cab tears off into the night. Okay, Leon, you go down the stairs one at a time, and you see down below you a floor of rather white stone. The bright white light of the bulb over your head, the depth of the darkness, the shadows. It's as though your field of vision is such that the spectrum of color is excluded, and you're looking down into a space that is well and truly black and white. And as you come down into that bare floor, you look off to your right, and you see there in the hazy light a blanket on the floor, a room that's kind of in disarray, a picture cocked off on the wall at a strange angle. And you can see that underneath the blanket is a misshapen form. There, in black and white, you see the curve of the shoulder, the elbow, the graceful wrist and tapering fingers of the body lying there on the floor, covered by that blanket.
Frank, you seeing this?
You can see the cascade of dark and ebon hair, the dead eyes still open, looking back at you, the lips gently parted, as if to give a tender kiss, from which its last breath has escaped. Leon, you are looking into one of your own crime scene photos. You are walking into it. The staircase has brought you down into one of your photographs.
I know this one. Devereaux.
You can't smell it because it's a photograph, but you can walk into it and you see your white hand creating a black shadow on the wall. As the woman there, deceased on the ground, you remember when you took this photo before the police pushed you roughly out of the room. You saw her husband sobbing in the hallway as the sergeant was putting the handcuffs on him. "She made me do it to her," he was saying, as you were hustled out of the building.
The hall light was good. I remember that because I hated myself for noticing. I took the picture. Before the cops threw me out, before I could take another one.
But you have looked at that photo as you developed it, at the beauty of this woman, and you perhaps chastised yourself at the perversity of returning again and again to the beauty of this innocence destroyed that you captured with your flashbulb. And now you're walking into it, and you can see her open eyes flutter, and her lips part a little bit more as she lifts herself up off the floor, and the blanket falls from her body, her torn slip hanging off of one shoulder. She reaches out with her hand, beckoning you forward. She's asking to embrace you, Leon.
Mrs. Devereaux? You're a long way from the paper. The way you describe this as obsession, I think I'm going to roll power to see if he can resist this moment.
Go for it. Roll power.
Yeah, I do. I think before he had the realization that he was in the photo, like he was raising the camera up to take a picture like he does every time he stumbles across a crime scene, saying, "Frank, I never seen you so spooked." And then all of a sudden just like captivated by this moment and passing with a hard success my power roll.
A hard success is the only one that would have worked. What do you think you're saying to yourself as her black hair cascades over her beautiful shoulders, as she seems to glide towards you, the deathly pallor of her made even more marmoreal by the black and white photograph that you have walked into, as she's gliding towards you? How do you get on top of this? What are you saying to yourself in your mind? What are you dragging up from your subconscious as she comes towards you?
I think at first he's not saying it out loud, but he's thinking like, count the corners, check the light, don't look at her mouth. And then I think he's going to be able to take the photo and the flashbulb snaps him out of it. Like the harsh light emanating from the flashbulb just kind of like snaps him out of this moment where he's like, if I could just touch you.
Yes. And then you take the photo just as she's inches from you. Her hand is about to brush your cheek. Her lips part a little bit more, and you can see the little trickle of blood coming out of her mouth as flash! And you're suddenly back in the room.
Well, what are you taking a picture of?
Just to be clear, Ross, there's nothing there, right? Not a blanket or anything?
There's no blanket. There's no picture. Bare walls. Boxes. Crates. A dresser's dummy. Off in one corner.
Leon lowers the camera. There was a blanket there? Her hair on the floor? Mrs. Devereaux? I think I'm cracking up, man.
Oh, by all means, still roll sanity.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get out of it. Oh, I failed. 74 over less. I don't have my sheet here. 74 over 50.
3 points of sanity loss for you, Leon Grimaldi.
Ooh, that's pretty big. Okay.
Because you got on top of it, but it was so real. It was like you had just walked through one of your photographs' frames as though it was a door, And there she was, the face that you've looked into so many times. You've sort of caressed with your fingers there in your portfolio. She was ready to do it back to you, to reciprocate what you've only done in your imagination, but now you've kind of shaken it off. But what was that? What was that? And what was that sound? Make a listen roll.
Okay. I'll tie the involuntary reaction to whatever happens here on the listen. I must have failed 82. 82 over 45. Big fail.
Big fail. All I can say is that you have the sense of something skittering away from you.
Ooh, okay. I think then the involuntary reaction hearing the skittering is to chase the sound like tearing through the basement.
Great. So, Francois, as you reach out to Leon, like, what are you taking a picture of?
Yeah.
Suddenly, he goes lunging forward and is like crashing through the boxes, upsetting 2 chairs that are kind of locked together, stacked up. They go crashing to the ground. And Leon, you're pushing, and the room that you saw when you walked into your photo was small, but you're going further. The dimensions of this room are different. You were in a completely different space. Whatever this thing was that skittered away from you, you're not seeing it, and suddenly your hands are on the cold stone wall. And there's nothing in here. It's as silent as a tomb.
Mrs. Devereaux!
The Devereaux murder. You were the last one to see her. Your photo got published in the rags.
Frank, this room ain't right.
Yeah, Leon, I told you you need to stop obsessing over that photo. You know, it is a sad story. Very sad. But what's sadder is seeing your friend looming over a photo of a dead dame that you can never woo, never make fall in love.
I didn't want to woo her. I wanted to know if I had any right to keep it, to keep the photo.
Look, things have been weird as soon as we came in this place. So it's clear. Our friends are probably tired waiting outside for us. So let's get out of this basement and don't keep them waiting any longer.
I saw her right there, Frank. She moved.
He grabs Frank's sleeve. You told me I could be weird with you. You told me. I'm cashing that in.
Yes. Like I said, I had weirdness too. That crank call.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a crank call. But I think it has to be a crank call because it did not sound like it was something from this world. It did not sound real. But I'm keeping it together.
That wasn't a crank call. And this isn't just a house. It's using what we brought in.
Yes.
We gotta burn it down.
No. I don't think we need to burn this down. I think this is whoever the St. Clairs, it's their problem to deal with. So we're going to go outside.
Fine.
We're going to meet up with our friends.
I could use some fresh air.
We're all going to get in that cab.
Stabby started the cab for us.
And we're going to go to this next location.
Yeah, we can always count on Stabby.
Yeah.
Stabby wouldn't let you down. Can I get a spot hidden off of both of you?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have 67 over 50.
I have 87 over 55.
Well, I'm off by less. I want to see it, Ross. I'm going to spend a little bit of luck here.
Spend some luck. Hey.
I need 17 points of luck. Oh, I rolled 35 luck. Oh, shit.
Spend half of it. Why not?
I'm going to spend it.
You're not going to survive this anyway.
Listen, I never use my luck, so I'm going to use it a little bit early tonight. Yeah.
Don't say that, Paula. He's going to be fine.
He's going to be fine. We're all going to live through this. These characters will come back again. Of course they will.
You went crashing through this room, Leon. Your hand almost went through one of these boxes as you sent it tumbling to the floor. That little cut in your finger throbs, and you can see that it still is kind of like stained with that purple fluid. And it's also now caked in a strange dark brown powder. And you look at that box that you tipped over, and there's a little pouch in it that is burst. Powder fallen onto the floor. And you were lucky enough to pass your spot hidden. So when you rub that powder on your gums, you know it. Leon, your eyes grow wide, and you know why suddenly the little wound on your hand when it makes contact with this feels much number. This is heroin.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, Frank. Horse. And not a pinch. It's a whole stable. Maybe you want to climb on with me?
Yeah, let's check that out. Let's see if there's any more evidence anywhere else in this mansion.
I think Leon thought that he was inviting Frank to do heroin together, and then Frank took that as investigating, so he's just going to roll with the investigation.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for pointing this out. Now we can really try and get to the bottom of this.
Stabby's making a U-turn.
No, absolutely. Stabby is making a U-turn. Screeching through the streets. Just flying. Rita in the passenger seat. And you come to a halt at the cross streets indicated by this card with that ornate gold leaf C.
I gotta say, Stabby, there's something so thrilling about being in a car with you. Do you ever feel just trapped in your life?
No. Whenever I feel trapped, I just drive away. See, that's the key. Most people feel stuck, but you can always just put your key in, turn it, put your foot on the gas, and move.
Not all of us have that option. But it's fun pretending like I do here for a moment with you.
Well, what's holding you back, Rita?
Everything. Expectations. Family, all of it.
Yeah.
Money is a cage in its own way, you know?
You know, you sound a lot like somebody close to me. And they once felt very similar to you. But they started riding with me and things changed, I think. At least I hope. Maybe once this is solved, maybe you'll join up as well.
I'm gonna have to get you to explain that to me more later. For now, let's be detectives, Stabby.
All right.
Now just follow my lead. I think I know how to talk my way in and out of just about anything, she says without knowing what her charm or fast talk stats are. Okay, they're okay. All right.
You can see at the cross streets in the address that you're at, a large Art Deco building of about 7 stories. You're back downtown. You've come screaming out of the hills, and you're back in civilization. The hustle and the thrum of urban life is all around you. And this building is the one indicated by the address here. The downstairs has some storefronts. There's a haberdasher, a women's clothier, a hairdresser's, and there's also a little pool hall as well. And that's all you can see.
Any ideas of where we might need to start here? I can navigate us to it, but any information will help.
Well, there's a C on this card.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a C somewhere on one of these signs or building or something. And I'll look and see, is there anything in the logo of any of these establishments that might match the C that is on this calling card?
I'll also keep an eye out, too.
Great. Why don't you both of you give me a spot hidden?
I fail it by quite a lot.
I would like to spend 10 points of luck for a hard success.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. You can see that worked into the sort of Art Deco ornamentation of this building, there are a few things that could be interpreted as sort of like little devices or lettering. And you can see that one of them is right over one of the main windows on the 4th floor. You get the sense that it's almost the same as the C on the card, if you could get up to the upper stories. You also get the sense with that hard, I'll give you a couple things, that there's some activity in the pool hall only. The other businesses are closed for the night. But you get the sense that there's some folks in that billiard room that are suited up and looking around in a capacity that looks a little bit more like security and less like play. There's something screaming doorman to you, not necessarily just barfly.
Great. I will take our calling card. I'll say, follow me, Stabby. And I'll saunter over to these bouncers and flash the calling card. And say, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You flash the card to one of these guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Almost like an expectation of like, and you'll let me wherever this allows me to be. You know, it's kind of the attitude that I'm showing it to them. Hoping that this works. It's a total, obviously, bluff, but...
Great. He looks at you. He's in the middle of a cigarette. You can barely see his features. His fedora is throwing almost his entire face into shadow. I've never seen you before. Who's your sponsor?
It's Constantine.
Raises the hat up, and you can now see the face kind of like looking at you through slitted eyes. Constantine's your sponsor?
That's right. Now surely you'll let me in.
Kind of looks over to the other fellow who's on the other side of the door. Right this way. And he moves you through this room.
I think we're making a terrible mistake. Okay.
I'm scared.
You hear the clatter of billiard balls all around you as barflies and arm garters and stogies are playing pool, throwing money down. As you move through the rows of tables, he takes you to a back door that you can see is also worked with an Art Deco C. And he opens the door, and you see a staircase going up.
All right. I think we're in, almost.
All right. Let's go. And I'll look back at the bouncer.
And he's like,
Yes?
Old visions wake thine opening eyes.
And I repeat back to him. Did I? Wait.
You're the one who read it.
Poetry at us, yes. And I didn't write it down. Paula didn't write it down. I started to, and I was like, this is a lot. But Rita remembers it.
Why don't you give me an intelligence roll to see how well you remember it?
Oh, no. Surely Rita remembers it.
Is there something I'd also be able to do, just hearing that?
I think it can be safely said that she read it out loud. So I think you both can do this.
I don't know if I've rolled a single success so far today. That's an 89 over 70. I'm going to spin the luck and try and get lucky remembering it.
Let's see how Stabby does.
Okay, yeah.
I got these hot dice today, man. Like, I got a hard success.
Yes,
straight
okay.
up.
I go, like I'm trying to remember what the words are, knowing I've read them out loud, but they won't come to me, and I give a look to Stabby.
And Stabby just opens his mouth, and it rolls off the tongue. The response, the correct response.
That's right. Stabby, just nonchalant as you please, responds back, gleam black with clouds of other skies.
Gleam black with clouds of other skies.
All right. Constantine did send you. And he gestures up the stairs.
I wink at him and say, sweet dreams, and then go up the stairs.
After you, madam.
Oh, boy.
That was a close one.
That was close. As you might have noticed, I'm better at looking like I know what I'm doing than actually knowing what I'm doing.
Well, you could have fooled me. I'd say you're really good at that. But my ears fine-tuned.
You walk up the stairs, and there is a door with ornate, beautiful cut glass right in front of you, a big C, and a big crystal knob. You can hear murmurs from inside. Music is playing. You can smell perfume and cigarette smoke wafting herbaceously from under the door. And unlike the other times that you've seen this sea, beneath it here you can see worked into the glass the word, beginning with the letter C, Selafais. And with that, I'd like to push the roll.
Ooh.
Can I get another secondary title for our little affair?
Let's let Stabby spell his own doom. London, you want to roll this up?
Let's get it. D100?
Yeah, D100.
85.
85. Okay.
What is it?
Ready for wrenchification?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. So this comes from Laura W. And the title is The Slender Man Diet Plan.
The Slender Man Diet Plan?
I like where this is going.
The Slender Man Diet Plan.
The Slender Man Diet Plan.
I love it. The Slender Man Diet Plan.
It's a cool title. I was just actively trying to put the pieces together in my brain.
Great.
Thank you, Laura W.
Thank you, Laura W.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you, Laura W.
Thank you, Laura.
I hate it.
Cool.
It's creepy.
There are pleasures that we whisper to ourselves about silently that we dare not speak aloud. Only in the hushed tones of darkness, where the shadows thrown by the bright light of society creates pools of darkness where only the adventurous dare to go. Chapter 2, The Slender Man Diet Plan. Let's open up the door and you walk into a carpeted room. There are beautiful overstuffed couches. There is a hi-fi system playing some like a soothing jazz. And you can see men engaged in conversation with other men. A woman in a fine gown walks by, and you can see that there are other doors leading down hallways. It looks as though you're in some sort of private club.
Do I see? I think immediately I would just start to scan for Constantine.
Ooh.
Do I see him anywhere in here?
You do not.
What Stabby would do, Stabby's just going to sort of nonchalantly walk towards those doors with the hallways, keeping an ear open just for general things he would hear down each hallway.
You hear laughter, and you hear something that you've probably heard in the back of your cab a time or two, the throes of passion.
Okay, I'm just going to take that in, and as Stabby is putting together piece by piece what this sort of place is, he's going to rejoin with Rita and just sort of stay close.
Great. As you walk over towards Rita, a older woman with a shock of snow-white hair and a tight bun walks over to you. Excuse me, sir, I don't believe I've seen you before. Who's your sponsor, if you don't mind my asking?
Constantine.
Constantine?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you come very highly recommended.
That's right, and so I don't appreciate all the questions, okay? As he says, intimidatingly, trying to get this person off of his case.
Yes. Oh, go ahead and roll intimidation.
33 versus 40, success.
Great. It's like, easy. There's no need to get hot. Of course, it's just so rare that we see an unfamiliar face around here.
Yeah.
We don't have to get right down to business. Would either of you, since it seems you've brought a companion, care to come to our wet bar? And she sort of gestures you over to this little bar room that they've got. And you can see that it's sort of maybe the central sort of lounge area. And you have a sense of what's going on beyond these doors.
Does it feel like with this interaction, does it feel unusual that I'm here?
When she kind of looks at you and is giving him that little taste of like, and it seems you brought a companion.
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that it's uncommon, but not unheard of.
Oh, where would we find Constantine, our sponsor? We just haven't seen him for a while, and he said, well, you could meet us here. You can meet me here. And I don't see him after a cursory glance around.
Well, I have to admit, Miss
Rita?
Miss Rita, that, I was rather hoping that you'd be able to tell me. Mr. Constantine hasn't darkened our door in some time.
I see.
Did he ever say exactly where he was going, or did he just kind of go cold?
He went rather cold, Mr. And what shall I call you, sir?
Reader.
Rita and Rita. Well, isn't that fine?
Funny coincidence, isn't it?
Yes, we get it all the time. All the time.
Well, I'm sure that he'll come back. Even those who swear us off always find their way back.
And when was the last time you saw him?
Well, I suppose I saw him, Oh me, I suppose it was about a week and a half ago.
Does that timeline, does that sound familiar to you, Rita?
That would have been around the time that you maybe saw him last?
Another coincidence. It's the last time I saw him as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious now if you, I don't want to, raise your ire again, Mr. Reader, but, are you coming here to ask questions or to have an evening of gaiety and pleasure?
Reader sort of is like, and then he just unbuttons his top button and says, yeah.
Very well, then, I'll send someone around to you directly.
Oh.
Please, make yourselves comfortable.
Stabby, I think we might be in a place of ill repute.
I think so. I ain't never been touched like this before.
I don't understand what Constantine could have been doing here.
Yes, what was your husband doing here? If you wish to take your place at the bar, there are bar stools and lounge chairs, and you can see there are a number of men sitting around, chatting. And I'll just maybe draw your attention to two in particular that are at the bar. Both of them look to be in their late 30s, early 40s. One of them is a little unshaven, you can tell. And he has a couple of glasses in front of him. And the other, a somewhat stouter man with very, very slick, brill-creamed hair, is kind of talking him down, it seems, kind of talking to him in soothing tones.
We must pull ourselves together here, Stabby, use our wiles, and get the information we need. And I will sidle up over to the less shaven-looking man. Well, excuse me, sir.
No, excuse me.
Well, I don't suppose you have a light.
A light? Yeah, sure. And he, flicks open his Zippo, lights your cigarette.
Thank you. You might want one as well. Calm your nerves. I'm Rita.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, gee. You sure do look troubled.
Yeah, listen, do you come here? I gotta be honest, I don't see too many dames when I've come here in the past. You come here a lot?
I come here from time to time.
Time to time, okay. Well,
How can I make you feel more at ease?
Oh, wait, are you... how can you make me feel... Listen, are you,
Well, I'm just a guest here like you are. But I hate to see a fellow club member look so out of sorts.
Right. Oh, I get it. You're giving me the same rundown that he is. And the portly gentleman is like... Keep your voice down or they're going to give you the bum's rush, all right? Listen, Lawrence, just put a lid on it, okay? It's like everybody's been asking me to put a lid on it, lady. I go to the cops, they don't have any answers. I go to talk to his family, they don't know where he's gone. And he's not the first one, he's not the first one.
You don't have to put a lid on anything with me. I'm a great listener. And I'll take a long drag of my cigarette and just kind of put a hand on my chin and look at him like, baby, I'm all ears.
Why don't you give me a roll to coax information out of him?
Charm,
here?
Maybe?
I love it.
Okay, I have a 55 in this, so come on, dice. Come on, be nice to me. That's it, baby. That's a 26, so that's a hard success.
Ooh, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. I can tell that you're somebody who really cares.
Oh, yeah, I definitely care, Lawrence. See, I even remembered your name.
Right. Robert was always a sweet guy.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us, we come out of the war and you gotta pretend like nothing happened. But then he hears about this place, right? He hears about this place, see? And I mean, he's the one who brought me. He was my sponsor.
Right.
And, but now I can't get a hold of him nowhere. His family doesn't know where he is. He hasn't shown up at work. And I don't know. I was starting to think it ain't a coincidence. I mean, if you're a regular here, you know how weird it can get. I mean, I can't stop coming, but
Sure.
I'm starting to think I've done something wrong.
It's hard to stop, once you've started. Well, let's trade stories. I bet we'll give each other a good laugh. Why don't you tell me the weirdest thing that's happened to you here? And then I'll see if I can beat it.
The weirdest thing that's happened to me here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought it was policy that we don't really talk about that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm all ears.
What happens behind the door of Selafayis stays behind the door of Selafayis.
Well, we're behind that door right now, aren't we?
He's kind of looking around. You want to know a personal story?
Well, yeah, what's the weirdest thing? I bet it's not so bad.
Listen, lady, what's your game? What's your kick? Are you the sort of person that wants for people to tell you their darkest secrets? Is this the sort of thing that gets your jollies? Listen,
I'm just trying to be a supportive ear. I've lost someone too, that's all.
You've lost someone too? I don't know. I had a fiance,
Sure.
Before the war. Louise was her name.
Louise, pretty name.
Pretty name, prettier girl. You send letters back and forth, you think everything's fine. She promises you the world, and you walk the straight and narrow for her, do everything to make sure that it's going to be fine.
Of course you do.
You walk to hell and back. And then when you come back, you find out she's been shacking up with some other guy. Well, that just about broke me.
Of course, it would break anybody, Lawrence. I can understand.
So then Bob tells me about this place. The place where dreams come true, he says. I says, well, that doesn't sound like any sort of place that exists outside of the pages of a weird tales. But he comes dragging me over here. He sponsors me. And then, you've been in. They've given you the business.
And dreams have come true. So what's so bad?
Well, it's fine. It's all good. I don't know what he gets into, and I don't ask. But then, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, he starts getting a little bit screwy. Starts asking me if anything's been following me home. He starts asking me if he's sure I'm awake. He says he doesn't know if he's awake. He starts asking me if I'm getting weird phone calls.
And his skin gets cold?
What?
Did you touch him? Did his skin get cold?
Yes. Yeah. Real cold, see? Oh my gosh, I'm starting to feel it myself.
And I will reach out and touch him.
Oh.
I'm just glide my fingers on his face. Does he feel cold?
Yes. I'm just telling you, it's a good deal. It's a good deal what they got going on.
Sure.
It's you pay a price for it, but what you get in return, you've seen it, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The dream you can really hear, that listens to you, that you can touch and see and taste and feel. And it's like everything you ever lost comes right back to you.
Yeah.
If something like that is offered to you, don't you think it might ask a better price in return? I'm starting to wonder if something like that can come through. What else could come through?
Well, you know what, Lawrence? It's gonna be fine. It's for dreams coming true, not nightmares, right? Have another drink. You'll be fine. And then I will turn to Stabby and be like, I think I would like to leave now.
Stabby nods and just moseys towards the door. Just sort of recognizes it and gets up and makes his way to wherever that is.
And I will follow. Good luck, Lawrence. Everything's going to be fine. And then I will follow after Stabby because all I can think about is this sounds like what happened to Constantine. And what did Constantine, what was so lacking in his life that he needed to come to some place that was going to make his dreams come true, bring back something he lost? Was I not enough? Like, this is starting to swirl in my mind of, like, the spiritual infidelity of it all.
Mm-hmm. This is a real place that Stabby has seen many people in the back of his cab go through. So without that context, he knows, and he's like, all right, let's get out of here.
And as you're on your way out, the woman with the white hair is watching you go. It's like, leaving so soon? I was hoping that you would be spending a lovely evening with us.
Yeah, we had something come up, so we actually have to dip.
Had something come up?
Mm-hmm.
It seems as though my dinner isn't sitting with me well, so I think I will be indisposed. It would be unladylike of me to say anything more, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And, I got to make sure she gets home.
Not feeling well. All right. You'll be back.
Of course. Of course we'll be back. Who do you think we are?
Yes. For I have likewise gazed in sleep of things my memory scarce can keep, she says with a wink.
Intelligence, is there a response?
There is, but you have not heard it. I want to say you could try to riff something.
What would? Oh, no. No riffing. No riffing.
Okay. With that, I want to say that you've been walking around in circles, Francois, and looking out the window, you can see where the cab has peeled off into the night, leaving you in the house.
Well, it looks like our friends decided to head off without us. So, anything you think we should investigate while we're here, Leon?
He looks up toward the rest of the house. Hey, you think Mrs. St. Clair knew? She was scared.
I think we don't let her know that we know. We'll see where she stands when we ask a certain series of questions.
She's got secrets, Francois. Question is, are they hers?
Yeah. Is there anything else that you're curious to look at in this house while you're here?
Yeah, I want to search their bedroom.
Great. You go up out of the basement, and now you're left with this picture of this man who has disappeared, dabbling in these strange things, this odd ichor in this book, dreams, a secret club, doing heroin deals. Up the stairs you go again, the silent house, past the study, towards the bedroom. You enter it and you see a huge vanity. Everything is heavily carpeted. The large painting on the wall.
I'd like to, I think I'll do a, spot hidden check on his side of, try and assess what his side of the kind of bed is and where his things are and search through that.
Great.
That I'm right on the money. It's a 55. I rolled a 55.
Okay, great. So you're searching through his side of the bed.
Yeah.
I'm already creepy, so I'll search her side.
Okay. Okay, great. Give me a little creepy look. You can roll a spot hidden as well, Leon.
Wow, and I did really well. I rolled a 12, which I'll spend 2 points to make it an extreme success.
Oh my goodness. What have I got there? Who knows?
Who knows? Ross knows.
Okay, great. You, Frank, you're looking for anything here. There's an end table cabinet that is locked, and you can see next to the bed, in an ashtray, a mound of cigarette butts, unemptied, and various books, a few papers strewn around. More signs of a disordered mind.
I would like to use my locksmith to try and open that locked area.
Love it. Go for it.
All right, come on, don't do me dirty. That is 54 over 40. I'm going to burn.
You do 14.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do 14.
Okay. Oh boy, the luck is going like water. I love it.
It's flowing. I've got 16. We're fine.
Look, to solve a mystery, sometimes you just got to get lucky, you know?
Yeah.
Francois Calhoun, you've picked many a lock in your time to get in where you shouldn't be. How does it look when you luckily turn the pins on this one?
I think I'm just focused and grumbling to myself like, and then we just gotta remember to get right there. Then you put it in that spot, and then you just gotta be easy with it. You gotta take your time. Yes, not like Costa Rica. Nothing like that. And then we're in.
It opens up, and it wouldn't be so easy to get into if not for the lucky fact that there's a super green lamp just overhead, kind of casting its beams.
Yes.
It swings open, and what's in here is a book. Just one little volume.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pull out the book, start fingering through it.
Great. You begin fingering through it. You've seen so many ledgers and accounts back in the office. You saw the marginalia. You know his handwriting by now. This looks more like a journal. I'm going to just give you a few quotes as you pass by. Can't be true. Simply can't be true. Found a sponsor for Salafais. Heaven is real and it is in my arms. She is more beautiful than I could ever believe. She has swam out of dreams and met me on the beach of wakefulness. They need more. I have leveraged my accounts. Grimaldi family backers of Salafais could call in favors. Need transfer of. Struck through. Only for a brief time. Must see her again. Must see her again. I have to have her in my arms once more. It's dangerous, but we may be able to meet in my home.
He's not dead. I'm murdering him.
Frank, did you say Grimaldi family?
Yeah, Grimaldi family. I think we're going to have to look at those numbers again.
Must be different Grimaldis.
But also, most importantly, all this work to just do another infidelity case.
And you are looking at the side of the bed that you would assume is Rita's.
Yeah, he's going through the negligee like,
you just got to take your time. Not like Costa Rica.
Great. Yeah.
Amazing.
You're going through the negligees. Yeah. Francois, you might look up a time or two and just see Leon kind of holding these.
He's going to handle her things like negatives just by the corners only.
It smells like mothballs in this wardrobe, Leon. You got an extreme success?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. The end table is there, her stuff, her vanity, bottles of perfume and cosmetics. Here's what your extreme success gets you. When you go down there to, after fondling her negligees,
well, let's work on our phrasing.
I'm sorry.
Handling evidence.
After caressing her negligees in a tasteful and gentlemanlike way. After sorting her negligees in a totally platonic fashion.
Yes.
You reach over to her vanity and her end table. You lift off one of the perfume bottles, and it leaves behind a square where you picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
You set it back down, and you realize that this entire vanity is just like coated in dust.
Oh. He kind of runs his finger along the vanity and holds it up toward Frank and goes,
"This room hasn't had a woman in it for a while."
What do you mean?
He'll point to the bed.
They don't sleep in the same bedroom.
I snatch some of the negligee out of Leon's hand and sniff it.
He's pointing with it hanging off his finger.
And it as freaky as it looks, I am smelling it to see if it feels like it's been sitting. And you know how when you get to the last of your clothes on laundry day and it has that very woody, this has been in your drawer for way too long smell.
That's what Leon was doing too, just so we can.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Tasteful, wise, not perverse at all.
No.
And you
thorough investigation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So, Francois Calhoun, you huff the negligee.
Jesus, Russ.
This gets worse.
And yes, what you get is an aromatic of wood and rot. There's a must to it.
Oh.
That you feel as though this has not been disturbed in a while.
Huh. I'd like to reread the journal, and when he's talking about the woman of the dreams, kind of look for descriptors of how she might look and compare it to what I know about Rita.
Yeah, you look through it as you're thumbing through it. Where this train of thought is going, you're thumbing through it beautiful eyes of fire. In an innocent and sylph-like grace, but with a wisdom that belies her years. I'm thinner than I was. I would give anything for one more night. I'll have her at my own house. Yes. As you turn the page, something tumbles out of the book. And you open it up, and it is a tattered and almost worn, transparent bit of news clipping.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab it and unravel it and read that.
And all you can see here is Rita Lansdale, née St. Clair, was among the drowned. Body not recovered from the shipwreck. Rita is mourned by her husband, Constantine St. Clair.
He wasn't sneaking somebody in. He was bringing somebody back.
I think we need to find our friend Stabby.
Oh my God.
What is it with me and dead women?
And as soon as you say, what is it with me and dead women, you just hear one more thing.
We see you, the one behind the camera, making sure the moments that matter get remembered. Shutterfly turns your memories into something that lasts, like photo books that tell your travel stories, photo blankets that feature your favorite cuddle buddies, or a canvas print that brings you back to the moment you said, I do. Big moments or everyday ones, Shutterfly makes it easy to keep them close.
Make something that means something. Shutterfly.
There's a feeling a lot of homeowners share right now. Mortgage, always on time, lots of equity. On paper, you're doing fine, but then the insurance bill lands. Property taxes, healthcare, childcare, tuition. The math just isn't mathing. Unlock wants to talk about the squeeze American homeowners are feeling and what you can do about it. Start at unlock.com/equity. Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc., NMLS 2657081.
Quick question. When was the last time a display ad changed your mind? Now think about the last time a friend told you about something they loved. Different feeling, right? That's how podcast advertising works. A host who's built real trust with their audience talks about your brand in their own words, in their own voice. It doesn't interrupt the experience. It's part of it. With Acast, you can access the world's largest podcast marketplace. Choose the right shows, the right audiences, the right format. Then watch the data tell you it worked. You're not buying impressions. you're buying influence. Learn more by visiting acast.com/advertise.
Thanks so much for listening to Push the Roll with Ross Bryant. You can follow me on Instagram @RossBB, and if you enjoyed the show and want to shape future episodes, find us at patreon.com/pushtheroll. Subscribe, submit your title ideas, and help decide where our next roll takes us. Catch you next time.